Okay, this is our first Northern Renaissance piece. There are 5 pieces that are Northern Renaissance, and what we want to know is what are the similarities and differences between the Northern and the Italian Renaissance in order for us to distinguish between the two and know what happened up in Northern Europe that's different. This piece is the Annunciation Triptych or the Marode altarpiece. Annunciation because this is about Angel Gabriel announcing to Mary that she's going to carry God's child. It's also called the Marode altarpiece because the Marode family owned this piece for a long time before they sold it to the New York Metropolitan Museum of Art. The Northern Renaissance takes place up here in this Netherlands, Belgium, Northern Germany region. And it takes place up here because there is a lot of trade going on here. At the end of the Middle Ages, this area was just totally connected because they had lots of good harbors here with all of these regions in Northern Europe and the river here, the Rhine River. So they had excess wealth that they could spend on art. And so this piece, the Annunciation Triptych, is functioning as an altarpiece, privately held at home, and people could pray to it, use it to help them focus in prayer. Here's what it would look like. It's about 25 inches high, 20 inches high, 30 inches wide, and it would sit on a shelf, and you could just fold it up and carry it wherever you needed to. Context for this. It was made in a workshop owned by Robert Campen. He had other artists working with him, so it's his artwork and a couple other helpers that are doing this. And it's painted on speculation. Like artists knew there would be buyers out there, merchants who could afford this artwork. And so this workshop made this center panel and then sold it to a private party who had the left and the right panel added afterward. So we know that these bits, the wife especially, the messenger, all of this, and this window were added later. What's important about Northern Renaissance art is that we're still dealing with Bible stories, but oftentimes their Bible stories are set in normal settings, like here is Angel Gabriel telling Mary she's going to carry God's child, and they've set it in like a dining room space. And the background out here is not Jerusalem, it is a Belgian town. And then also inform, this is a triptych, so there are 3 parts to it. We have other triptychs in our set. It's an altarpiece, I've said that. And another aspect of Northern Renaissance art is there's none of this one-point perspective going on that we had big time in Italian art. Instead, these artists care pretty little about the the atmospheric perspective or one-point perspective. So much so that you can see this table is like cattywampus, and it looks like this vase and this Bible and this candle might fall off the table at any moment. So in terms of form, though, the artists of the Northern Renaissance used oil, and oil paint allows an artist to really focus on light and on details. So you can see the shimmeriness of the jewels, the skin, and the shininess of the hair here. And then the wings, do you see that texture going on? They can create a lot more texture in that hair. So the attention to detail could be astounding. Like here, this is from the left panel. This is a key on the door. You can see the shadow of the key. You can also see the shininess of the nail heads, and you can see the rust coming off the nail heads. So this is incredible attention to detail, shadow, light. Even look at this back door. This is a very small detail on this piece, like just a few inches high, yet we see all of these nail heads on this door, and even the joints here of these blocks, the cement blocks. So the content is key here. On the left panel, the donor had this added in. This is the left panel. Here's the purchaser. Here he is. And then once he got married, he had her added in, his wife. And then here's the messenger, and back here is the town with all the detail there. Um, Not sure. Kind of guessing here. They're kneeling at a door. Is this doorway like the gate to heaven? Is this garden area like Mary's garden area? She was pretty quiet, private, lived until the Annunciation. And so is that all about Mary? The purchaser here, he is named Engelbrecht, which translates as angel brings. That could explain why he was interested in this piece that has Angel Gabriel bringing the news to Mary. His wife was Skrinmacher, which means cabinet maker, and that could be explained. The right-hand panel where Joseph is a cabinet maker at work. Looking at the center panel, lots of detail here has meaning. First of all, my friend calls this the Tic Tac Jesus. He's super tiny. And we have a candle here that's smoking. It was blown out. It was blown out from the wind of the oh, for goodness sake, the spirit of Jesus blowing in. This is the moment where God becomes man, where Jesus, God's Son, becomes man. And so this Holy Spirit moment as being captured. Also want to point out the lily here, and lily here, and then this fountain pot in the background. Those two things are signs of purity of Mary, and so they probably have that absolute meaning here. And then we have this Jewish shawl here. Mary was Jewish, and a better close up here of Tic Tac baby Jesus flying in with the cross. Then on the right-hand panel, the content here is, my friend calls him Daddy J. This is Joseph, and Joseph was a carpenter, we know from the Bible, and here he is um, making holes in this wood, but he is clearly making mouse traps. Here's a blown up version of that mousetrap, and then look at all the detail here. Look at all the detail back here in this town. Northern Renaissance art. And Joseph likely is shown making these mousetraps because St. Augustine says in the Bible that the cross of the Lord was the devil's mousetrap. So we had Tic Tac baby Jesus flying in with the Holy Spirit on with the cross. And so that cross of the Lord was going to catch the Lord, the devil. So that's probably why these mousetraps are being made. Okay, so that's the Annunciation Triptych, the Merode altarpiece. It's a Northern Renaissance piece with a lot of detail, oil, capturing a lot of light. No perspective is as critical here, but the story is set in a familiar place like someone's home, so they can relate to it.